all of that in when you're buying it, okay? For me, it's more than worth the price. I would pay 1,000 Robux for this. Now, that's me personally. I know a lot of people don't even want to pay 50 Robux for it, which is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine if you don't want to pay any Robux for this, all right? What I do hope is that the game eventually becomes free, because the reason why a lot of devs release in paid access is to avoid the issue of, let's say for example, it released for free and there were a whole bunch of bugs, game breaking bugs. People would not want to play the game, right? They would not want to play it again even after all the bugs are fixed. Some people are like that. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Ethereal. So in today's video, we're going to be basically talking about Grand Piece Online and is it worth buying? Because I know this is a steaming question for a lot of people because they did not expect it to release for 300 Robux or any Robux at all. We all thought it was going to be free. Now, listen guys, you have to hear me out, right? I'm not going to hate on Grand Piece Online, so if you think that I'm going to, you might want to click on another video. What I am going to be doing is reviewing it, not hating on it. All right, now first things first, let's talk about the very basics of Grand Piece Online, and that is the combat system. Okay, the combat system is very unique, and it's really solid. All right, what I mean by this is it has a standard M1 system, right? Standard M1 system, but you can do various other things with it, unlike most One Piece games, right? So if you get an NPC in a standard M1 combo, you know, you can do the regular hits and then knock them back, or you can get them into an air combo and knock them back, right? And on top of all of that, you can actually outskill the NPC by perfect blocking. There we go. As you can see, I perfect block the NPC. This means that it is definitely possible to outskill most NPCs within this game, regardless of you know, how much higher you are in level or lower you are in level to them. All right. What this means is that for you, the owner of the game gave everybody a fair chance to box pretty much any NPC that you want in the game. Now, granted, like bosses and stuff like that, you probably won't be able to cheese it as much as I am this normal NPC right now. But what that means is if you can get skilled at the combat and learn the various kinks in the combat, then you will become a very skilled player. All right, that alone sets you up for a lot within this game, and I feel like that's really one of the qualities that really shine out on this game. All right, the fact that the combat system is very simple, is very nice, it's easy to get used to, it looks very beautiful. You have various different combat styles that all have different things, various block meters depending on the weapon that you have or what you're using. You know, he really goes into depth when it comes to the combat within the game, which is pretty much a lot of what a lot of One Piece games lack in. A lot of One Piece games lack in the combat department. Like, yeah, you can spam this, that, and the third, but in this game, it really comes down to the nitty gritty, where you have to actually know how to box NPCs and know how to actually fight to hold your own. A lot of One Piece games, it's literally just skill spam, skill spam, skill spam. You never have to even let go of your devil fruit tool or whatever. All you do is just spam skills. It's perfectly fine to not have a devil fruit in this game, because if you go a hockey build combined with like a health or stamina build combined with you know, whatever fighting style you desire, you can still hold your own against a devil fruit user, believe it or not. Now against a Logia like Pika or Magma or Ice, or for anything of that matter, you may have to do a little bit more sweating, but that's natural. The fact of the matter is you can still beat a Logia opponent regardless if you have a fruit or not. All right, now that's just talking about the regular combat, because I feel like that's something that needs to be touched upon. All right, you will love this combat. It's a really nice combat system. It's simple, but it's nice. Okay, now let's talk about the devil fruit, because another big point that people like to talk about within One Piece. All right, he has made literally every single fruit, even Suke, really clean. I'm gonna show you guys a clip real quick. That is Suke right there. You can even use Suke, alright, to have some fun in this game. It's very fun to use Suke, even though it's a common. Bomb and Barry are really nice. Then we went into depth with every single fruit in game so far. Alright, Bomb is one of the nastiest fruit in the game in terms of, you know, like how cool it is. Barry is really solid. It's basically like the ultimate defense. It literally deflects every single projectile attack or blocks it. You know, it's really solid for being an uncommon. And you have all the low gears. The low gears are made splendidly well. Okay, now I'll go ahead and showcase to you one of them, which is Pika. All right, now let's go ahead and charge this bad boy up. Look at the explosion on this, the effects, how clean it is with the destruction concept within the game, the fact that the flight is able to bounce off of objects, and you're able to fly really fast with it. The ray ability, I've never seen a One Piece game do a ray based attack that looks this dope. Like even when you're on the floor here, you can see it like breaking up rubble and stuff like that. That is really dope, and it leaves behind a burn trail, which is really unique. We haven't seen any game do that before, right? Mirror kick. All right, so mirror kick, it actually bounces off of houses depending on how you use it. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that. You see, as you can see, it only bounced off the houses. It didn't like go through them. It actually bounced off the houses. There's guard breaks in this game. There's hockey within this game that allows you to attach it to your weapons, and each weapon has like their own little hockey for it. For example, if I put it on the flintlock, it'll now do hockey damage. If I put it on my my regular katana, where's it at? Put it on my regular katana, it'll give me like the Zoro hockey effect. So it is possible to master and train your hockey within this game, and this is only version 1 of hockey. There's a version 2 which I put on screen for you guys right now that is unobtainable yet, but my point is that you'll be able to advance your hockey in this game, all right, and it will look clean while doing so. The game is still in its early stages, okay, so I will give the game that it's still in its early stages, and he has made a lot of cool stuff over the years. All right, so when you guys buy this game, don't look at what's right now as well. You have to look at what's coming in the future as well. Like for example, I'll show you guys a clip of something that he's made a long time ago.
But that's just me. Try to grab this one. If we get him, yeah, then we can like just sit there and smash him in the ground. That's lit. On me, that's clean. On me, that's super clean. I like that. I like that a lot. 2, you get a little cutscene animation. And you look pretty clean with it. I'm like, okay, I see you, cuz.
So with that being said, guys, this game is worth more than even 300 Robux. Now, what I will say though is the fact that I wish that it was free, because the more players you have in the game, the more fun it is, especially in a big world of One Piece, right? In the world of One Piece, you have many people, you have many new faces and stuff like that that you would want to see and interact with and, you know, fight with and you know, stuff like that, right? The bosses in this game are actually insane. All right, so bosses in this game actually have like their own move sets. They have their own little abilities that they do. Like for example, right, when it comes to Morgan actually sends in a whole fleet of people. You see, he literally sends in a whole squad of people that try and attack you to fight you and stuff like that, right? On top of that, it's actually a good battle when you're actually fighting this dude. Hold on, let me go ahead and put this in real quick. So he has like his own move sets. There's like a little spinning attack, and then he has like a slam down attack that he uses to try and fling people up and such. So, you know, bosses in this game are really clean. Really clean. Really clean, man. So this is just beginner stuff that we're talking about. What about when we get into like a Nell? Because I know Skype is probably gonna be the next big thing. What about when we fight somebody like a Nell? What about when we have to journey up to Skypea? What about when we have to go underwater? Because there's a whole underwater concept as well. As a matter of fact, when Fishman gets added to the game, it will be underwater, right? So, Fishman Island, I mean, with Fishman Island, you actually have to take the boat and go underwater. So, factor all of that in when you're buying it, okay? For me, it's more than worth the price. I would pay 1,000 Robux for this. Now, that's me personally. I know a lot of people don't even want to pay 50 Robux for it, which is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine if you don't want to pay any Robux for this, alright? What I do hope is that the game eventually becomes free, because the reason why a lot of devs release in paid access is to avoid the issue of, let's say for example, it released for free and there were a whole bunch of bugs, game breaking bugs. People would not want to play the game, right? They would not want to play it again even after all the bugs are fixed. Some people are like that. So it's good that he actually released it in paid access, because just in case there are any great game breaking bugs, right, when he actually releases for free, all of that will be fixed, and maybe even we'll get some mobile and Xbox support on top of it. All right, so you know, the game is quality in my opinion. There's a lot of cool stuff within the game, and I do think it's worth the price, for me personally at least. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. It's been EtherealMiracle. I'm out. Deuces.